Alrighty. So, I am back. Grab my cup of tea. I also snuck some sweet rolls into the air fryer. God, they're already going cold. Food going cold this quick should be illegal. I'm gonna reset the AFK timer here. About cold. We're still stuck behind the pallets where we left off last time. We'll pop in and back out. I'm gonna have to disappear really quickly again for a second. Really quick, a second. Thank you, Dave. Suppose we should get rid of the AFK music, should we? To our hiding spot. Right, but I will be back very quickly. And face this. Good. Lovely framing. Never mind, I'm not allowed to do that and then free mouse. I suppose I have free mouse, don't I? I will be back very shortly. That was a very loud notification that actually scared me. Alright, but my first 90 days on the game, 80, 90 days so far that I've spent, has been on this character, and you would have just seen, if you are willing to put the time in, you can eventually just make bank here in the guild stores. EU, so far, in my 1 day over on NA touring, EU seems way more reliable for quick sales. We've got an exemplary infused. The mundane runes, we sold 40 of the lot for 37 after tax. Beautiful. What else was there? Another set of mundane runes, all sold, and a stack of 40. We are now back up to 250k. That sort of, bear in mind, right? I will just say outright, if you know a guy, ask them for a quick loan. Be like, hey, you want to trade? Can you give me a bit of septums? Can you spot me a deal? Right? Because item has expired. Okay, what do we get? Insect parts, river bait. No one bought them. River bait, no one bought them. River bait, no one bought them. We'll list them all in stacks higher than that one. No one bought our river bait. That's fine. Are we keeping them here? Is that settings, gameplay? Auto add to craft bag is not account wide, character wide, perhaps. Not very wide, is it? Right, well there you go. Auto add to craft bag is on for EA. It could be region wide, for what it's worth. Maybe it's a region thing, since the craft bags are separate. But that absolutely could be a thing, by the way. I'm testing for if you have to grind it out solo, if you have no other option, you're the first person out of your friend group that's playing Elder Scrolls Online, out of everyone. And you have to grind it out on base game with no DLC and no ESO Plus. That's what I'm proving, that it's not as much. I mean, I'm, what, 8 years late to the party to prove this, but that's the whole point, is it can be done, and it's not too much trouble. Arguably right now, we're dungeoning, we're questing, and we only have to go back once every half hour, 40 minutes or so to drop our stuff off and deconstruct. There are ways to make it easier. If you know a guy who has deconstruct assistant, just absolutely makes your day easier. If you know a guy with a couple of 100,000 septums spare, which also isn't terribly difficult, bear in mind, it's not super difficult. 11 days left. I don't expect the charity perhaps, but if you can find charity, there's definitely other in-game ways without costing yourself real money. Especially, you know, if it's someone you actually know, like you're playing the game together, probably be less of a risk to be like, hey, can you spot me some money? Someone else has suggested you try the game out, join my guild, you know, come on, join my guild. It'd be great fun, you'll love the game, right? Then yeah, maybe they'd like to help out to get you into the game a bit easy, naturally. Wow. Thistle 15. Less of thistle. No, we use nern root. We have lots of nern root. But I mean, a month, 2 months of pretty solid playing through the game in my case. I'm basically set for life. I'm not like, you know, I'm never gonna go out and buy $1 million items or $1 million houses. But as far as funding a brand new character goes, I could fund my own brand new character. The bank space, I think, is shared between characters. Hey, Ellie, welcome in. What do we have left? Like, this character's made and done. Masterful Jewel. Deathswind Harmony Superior. Are we doing Harmony at the moment? It is a necklace with Harmony, so no, we're doing rings at the moment. I think the main point I keep harping on about, without saying it verbatim, and I will just say the point in a single sentence, is in-game currency is pretty easy to come by, to the point where I don't think buying your bag space in the game is too much of a hurdle. Even if, and I will say, even if ESO Plus is still a great deal, not paid, not sponsored, genuinely, but it is a good deal. ESO Plus gives you the actual in-game premium currency value worth of dollars spent. You get the same amount of premium currency, crowns they're called, but you get the exact same amount of crowns whether you buy them directly with no ties, just crowns, or whether you buy ESO Plus for the same price. It's a good deal, and I think that's why so many people are upset that there's bag space tied to it as well. We're gonna jump out of Godfallen Bay because it's so much laggier on it. It might be the connection. It might be the connection, just because of a little bit more latency. Maybe that's what struggles to keep up. But like I said, the whole point of going through with my character on NA is to prove it is doable. And to record how doable, you know? Like, it's one thing to say, oh, it's doable, but if I say doable in 100 hours, that's entirely different to doable within, you know, casual amount of frame time of someone who's trying out the game. Right. What are we doing? Do I have the quest here to do the glory?
You're the one who stopped the Maumur offensive.
Welcome.
I'm interested.
Well, bless you.
Complete a battleground. Well, that's going to be my thing for today, isn't it? Solar Relic PvP weekend. Do we just jump into this? I am absolutely clueless. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. Alright. We'll have a go. We try and join the next Shield Maidens night? It'll be welcome to have a new person on, actually. We had, when we first started out, we were like 10 strong. The posts that Red puts out still have the text in them that say we do have 10 Shield Maidens already, so if the server is full, since 10's the player cap for Valheim for a regular vote. Since we have over 10, there's actually like ways to sign up for it on the Discord. But over the last couple of months, I think time zones became a big difference, but also the fact that we did have a couple of people drop off. The Warbler is a good, I think she's just on I think she's on vacation at the moment, actually. We're looking forward to the Warbler coming back. That'll be, let's think. We've got Finnewan, who's on for the early morning. She's on for the first couple of hours for Shield Maidens. I normally jump on, I should jump on earlier, but I do have, oh lord, here we go. I do have stuff on the Thursday afternoon with Sparkle, and I normally join afterwards, at which point I've missed Finnewan, but Petrolux joins as well. Finnewan joins. We then have Joker Chef, Joker Monk. Oh lord, there's two Jokers, and I don't remember which is which. I'll just say Joker and hope that's correct. No idea what I'm doing here. Try my bets. Try my bets. I also have overlay problems at the moment too. That's someone else's overlay. Hang on. Do we have regular overlay changes? Add-ons. Don't know what's doing that. Is that just base game?
The relic belongs to us now.
Our team grabbed red. Our team dropped red.
Quick! Grab the relic back!
Alright. Not sure what's happening. I know, it'd be good to have more people on Shield Maidens.
We fixed up the relic!
I don't know what's going on. This is clearly capture the flag in a triad of teams.
No! We've captured the relic!
Oh, we captured one. Did we score? We have scored one. Hang on, why has my hotbar changed? Why does my hotbar have... We captured one. Okay. Can't take it while in combat, understood. I think I meant to have Soul Trap, but maybe I did.
Don't drop that relic! Yes! We've taken the relic!
I need a 4, I need a 2, I need something. Why am I out of mana?
They've got the relic!
3.
Impossible! They've seized the relic!
Alright, okay. We're doing fine. They have dead people. We should be going to help. Got some heals here. Someone went over to steal the relic. I think they're fighting and losing badly. They went to purple side too, which is the saddest. Alright, so our full team's back. Everyone's going over to
The
green
relic!
now.
They picked it up!
Purple grabbed orange. It's easy to pick up, this is fine. Right. Our team is sort of hovering. Get back over here. Orange. Purple's about to score orange, that ties us.
Relic!
We grabbed purple! Come here, bud. Got you those heals.
Fight left in them
Got you those heals, we're good. Nice. Couple teams seem easy pickings, weirdly. I suppose they're being too aggressive.
Get after them! They've got the relic!
Enemy team grabbed our relic? What? Hi.
Mara, watch over us! They've captured the relic!
My guy. Good job.
Help, Alexia, save us! They've taken the relic!
I literally in the menus allowed the enemy team to get that first point. But hey, it's that first point. I don't have any move speed buffs here, but I'm going for something crazy. God, you don't get mana back when you do this shit. Where's all my mana regen? I don't know why he thought he was being sneaky. He's got like a giant icon above his head. It was very sad. I don't know. I guess the stagger cancel out of the ramp was what got the other guy. We're going up as a team of 4. I can't stop. They're fighting all over at orange. I'm gonna cover the retreat. I don't have a stagger. Shit. Adrix Spear, Piercing Javelin, thank you. Now I have a stagger. So, here comes the first purple.
Yeah!
It's all orange. Come on. What happened over at purple? I was expecting to, like, have the team back by now. Did they wipe? Yeah, they wiped. Okay. There. We tried and failed. Enemy team has green. No one's here to defend the respawn. Hello? There's someone back, thankfully. But it's a 3v2. I don't know what felt like. How did we start falling apart so badly? We were actually winning, and now purple's gonna grab the even score point here. This is gonna be interesting. Fuck! Stop with the stupid shit. Spellcasting. They've drawn even. We were fine when we had one guy off and sneak the thing. But the team's just abandoning ours and letting other people get it. And then wiping over somewhere. One guy being down is not the end of the world. Our whole team diving and getting killed is the end of the world. 2, 3. that is holy. I'm just getting annoyed. Because I don't understand what the tactic is. We were doing great. We had brilliant tactics. One guy go in and absolutely kill the whole thing by just sneaking it away from him. Maybe they adapted to that gameplay mechanic, but I'm not understanding. Being soloed here as the healer, obviously. But how am I being soloed as the healer by a guy who apparently hasn't taken any damage whatsoever? I don't see his health bar. Maybe that's my setting, but I've seen other people's health bars. Let me check. Is it my settings? Nameplates? Targeted? No, that's names, health bars. Never? Okay, it was my settings. We'll go show injured, highlight targeted. Show injured, highlight targeted. Hey! One guy did it! I was so confused how we got like 4 points in the space of 5 minutes and then just spent the rest of the match being stuck. That's not my kind of game. If I'm doing that, it's with a group. That's not my kind of thing to do solo and blind. That's nightmarish to try and plot. My stuff's cold. It seems like it'd be a lot of fun if you had communication. If you have that level of communication, it sounds like it'd be a blast, because one of the key things is going to be able to say, hey, come back. We have a guy. I need your help. Can you please come back and like, defend? And stuff like that, right? If you have the communication, it would take a lot of the stress of just standing around going, what's going on? Especially me, not having a clue what I'm doing. But I really don't understand that one guy. To be fair, the nameplate settings I had were configured wrong, but it was a little confusing not seeing the health and just seeing him 1v4 at some point. He must have had some crazy build to get heals off of his javelin spear like that. Might have just been the base heal and maybe just good defense stats, not sure. Oh, there you go! Okay, so currency-wise, what do we get paid for? Alba? No. One day at a time, Battlemaster ribbon. And the champion's prize gives the style page Stormlord staff bind on pickup to character, you bastard. Style pages sell for a pretty penny. Alright, let's go. Blacksmith's crate, tempering alloy, woodworker's crate, rosin and a writ, ingots, shipping of planks. Provisioners pack comes with a recipe, prevention steak. Offer comes with cooter, repair kits and a shipment of leather. We have the alchemist vessel, which comes with blessed thistle, which is always nice. Then we have a lead for Saint Alessia's. Nailed it. And an inferno star. Where's that other thing gone? Recruiter, 13 Rose, and Tempering Alloy. This stuff. This is what I was talking about. It actually is average 24. One sales, 5 items, 20k. I guess, I swear it was higher than that, but I guess it might have dropped. But that's the item you get from the Somerset DLC. If you can go to Somerset and get the Sigic Order questline, this is the moneymaker, because it turns your runestones, which are already your go-to for making money for the mundane runes, it turns those into Orbic Amber generators as well. So it's 2 birds, 1 stone. You get Orbic Amber on a high roll. You also get mundane runes on occasion. And you sell both, make a pretty bank. If you have Somerset, absolutely that's your moneymaker. If you don't, I still think you do the same process and you just sell your mundane runes instead. But enough about that. We're not on that account anymore. I want to find out what that thing I got was. Here it is. Haudmeri Dominion Grotwood St. Alessia's Parabant. We need stuff? Wait, what do you mean we need stuff? Codex 3 out of 3? Can't I just scry for it? E-Codex 3 out of 3. What? We need something, something, and something. 2 of them are the same. I'm not sure I'm understanding. Is that clues? Do you just have to, do I have to just go to Gratwood and find clues? Is that how the mechanic works? A lead. It's called a lead, isn't it? Where would I get leads in Gratwood? Do you get leads just randomly, or do you have to go to certain places? I know leads here in High Isle are often found in those clams by the riverside. Don't. Also, I'm still clueless on the currency thing. Alliance points, 23,187. How much do I need for a Triune trait? That was the thing I needed. Triune. Excuse me, sir. Looking for Triune. 25,000. We had 12,000 before, so it does pay fairly well. But I would like to probably get a group for that. Ooh, let's get it back out of local, back into guild. Doing an Omar? I can join as tank and VSS if you need. When was that? Since we looked, I didn't realize they were doing a... What's VSS? That's probably out of my depth, isn't it? I made these spring rolls. Let them go. There's one we haven't done in a while.
Burn for Dagon!
Martis, we aren't prepared for this.
If a few cultists are too much for you, best give up on the spire. Consider
Oh,
that
welcome in.
in keeping on guard.
Who let these vermin in here?
We're actually pretty full on inventory.
You alive!
I didn't tap the guy. That's a blue weapon going to waste because I didn't tap him. Sad. I'm doing well. How are you? Chunky orc. Spending the morning messing about on Elder
Where do we
Scrolls,
even begin to search?
Focus, Lucilla.
proving to myself
Feel the
that
aberrant
you can
energies
play the
of
game without
just
any of the paid
focus.
inventory upgrades.
I've been wanting to try out these new barbs.
It's time my
Tap, 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 please tap. I don't think I tapped. It looked like I did, but no drop. But all of that, oh lord, this boss had mechanics. Center AoE a little better than that. I'm gonna drop my own little safety circle here. Oh, what's over there? Can you stop? This is very annoying. Now we're just relaxing. The giant spider trying to kill us. I should have blocked that. Good thing it didn't kill me. You're on normals. Nothing can kill you. Ah. It really doesn't do a lot of damage on normal. I imagine on veteran that's probably a wipe. He's almost dead. But I can imagine this being quite a chore actually on veteran. Spider down.
That creature. Is it feeding on these? No. There's too much gathered here for this to be some dangerous dinner. More likely, the Dremora were using that creature to draw out this energy.
Ugh, what even is this power, Martis? It makes me want to curl up and die.
The cult has made itself at home here. These diagrams. They don't depict anything we've seen so far.
It almost looks mechanical. Cataclysm. Does that mean anything to you?
Not yet.
Why are there hungers down here? I know it's with Daedra, but
Another vessel. But this one is drawing in energy. The
Die,
Daedra
die,
didn't
die,
bring this
die,
baleful
die!
energy with them. They're drawing it out of the dread cellar itself.
What could have happened here that could produce that much vile energy?
look while you at it. No worries. Appreciate the love. I am very close to being dead all of a sudden.
Any more of these we find.
You'll hear no argument today.
I sense more.
I also didn't tap the spider again. I was kind of hoping that the AoE would.
More of the cult's designs.
He said protect it. Do you think they finished it?
Hopefully these spiders aren't as big as the one outside. They're just regular big. Maybe they're just not dropping. I thought it was because I wasn't tapping, but that time I definitely hit the thing. Over we go. One-man army here.
Another of those monsters.
Stop it from draining that vessel!
Ugh, got away.
Cower before the waking
We stopped its
flame!
harvesting at least. I feel far greater concentrations of this power ahead.
My health is the only health bar that's being affected here. Ah. Nice Imperial Ruby Sigil. That's right, this place is Anvil, isn't it?
Is that you, Martus? I thought you'd lost your appetite for screams.
A battle mage? Martus, you know him?
Whatever you've gotten yourself involved in, sir.
Let me handle the big run.
ends
You worry
here.
about him.
The terror wells up in this place. It wells up in you.
Channeling short pulses!
What's going on to the audio? Let's make it worse, shall we?
Is that malice in your eyes, Martus? Have I rekindled your passion for causing pain?
You've always had a special place of loathing in my heart, Cyrano.
Claw over yourselves for an escape.
Right. What a surprising battle. He's not dying. I'm dying. There's a skeleton here.
Do you know what it's like to beg for death? I'll show you.
Hey, daily endeavors the same on both servers.
Gathered a massive amount of energy!
Your potential didn't know the depths you were leading her down. Maybe I'll show her how deep they go.
Our concern
the
for how low you
rest.
sunk ends when we bury you.
Come back with 80, almost 90% health. Not a bad perk to take. He's down.
He was responsible for this nightmarish place. You were responsible for this place.
That has no bearing.
ABS! No! What happened to ABS?
Someone you knew!
I wasn't expecting to find anyone.
ABS has actually died. What happened to ABS?
Closed down.
I guess your secret.
Bitrate's fine, but that's like 15 FPS. What happened?
Hasn't changed.
Actually, what happened?
Stop it.
Bitrate's at 4K. Oh, it's fine. Okay, we're back. I have no idea. That just dropped the ball on the encoding there for a bit. I don't want to restart your OBS. Come on. Behave. Hopefully it picks up when we're out of the dungeon and it's just momentary, but... well, not exactly gonna hold my breath. Once OBS shits the bed, it's almost permanent. Turning it off and on again has been the only fix I've found to date. But it'll be fine. Oh, bugger. Oh, web 3. Bug. Same thing I said when I played when I played No Man's Sky. I don't mind a dip when it is predictable and known, but just running terribly is where I do drop. Because No Man's Sky ran okay, not great, but it ran okay up until you entered a planet's atmosphere, at which point it would be 4 FPS until you landed the ship. But once you landed the ship, it was okay again. The game itself, during flight and during planet traversals, it was the flying part that didn't work. Are we waiting? Right now, we are sitting perfectly still, staring at nothing and losing frames. Or do a wiggle test because tail on that Clanfear looks smooth on my end. But OBS is reporting frame drops.
Over there as well.
Hello!
I will hold them back. Stop that thing!
Let this world be showered for the glory of Mehrunes Dagon! The legions of Lord Dagon
Put one of these down.
overwhelm you!
Put one of those down. I need my safety circle. My safety circle, please leave. That was interesting.
Does not
Another of those
sustain!
stones, I can feel it. I think I can get you there. Use this.
Bye-bye. You don't get long to jump through that portal at all.
The energy is dissipating. Take this portal back to the Cataclysm. That thing isn't defeated just yet.
It's a synergy, not an activate. That might be why I missed it before.
You servants of Mehrunes Dagon! Fight! Earth and fire!
Terrible timing, and we're stuffed into a corner, so we don't have a ton of maneuverability. Oh, I get to eat my cold spring rolls like this. Hmm? Oh yes, the dead body joining encounter in progress. Hello.
That ought to keep the Daedra on its back foot. Let me get you a way out of there.
Dance in this destruction! Children of the Deadlands! Cast you into the Earth's fiery
Maybe I should just block. Why risk it when you can just block, right?
This is but a taste of the scorching Deadlands.
Head guy in the corner.
The stone bleeds! Lord Dagon's fire!
You definitely don't want to stack on that. Wow. Crafting motive, Crimson Oath staves. Not a bad roll. Eat that immediately. Might even make myself some. Is that it? Are we done? Oh. That's it. That got me. me a ton of champion points between the daily battlegrounds and that. I guess we'll do some endeavors. Magic portal. Or Big Amber, let's go. Kurta's not bad either. I'll take Kurta. Every little bit does help. Oh wait, do we need more butterfly wings? I feel like we have more than enough butterfly wings at this point. As far as stuff I want to collect, it's alchemy, enchanting, and maybe woodworking. Woodworking sells fairly well at high tiers. But like the rest of it's kind of meh. I've got the materials I need to make what I want, if I need. Ah, this delay. It's so nice to just be able to weave regularly. Just playing on NA and just being able to clickability, clickability, clickability. It was so nice. If we're just gonna be resource collecting though. Well, we do have questing. So I could quest. Let's think. We've got questing. What are we up to quest-wise here in High Isle? This is the thing though. I want to go find leads for this St. Alessia's Paravant courtyard furnishing. I don't know. It expires in 30 days. But I want to do that because I don't know how much effort you have to put in to get those. I want to get it though. That would be silly to let subside.
The Alliance is a folly. Systems designed to turn nation against nation.
But we do also have the next point in the quest. I wouldn't mind doing a bit more of High Isle storyline. Enter Shipwreck Shoals. We investigated the 3 locations that were on the maps that we found at Castle Navia. Next, we got a message from Captain Tuzo requesting help over at Shipwreck Shoals. Captain Tuzo was on one of the ships that was wrecked. He's in on the whole thing, and he sent a very cryptic message about it's urgent, which does imply he might have found one of the nobles. So we might head over there and at least try and end this chapter of the quest. Then we'll head over to Gratwood. And we'll try our luck at finding out anything about the scribe we've got there. I'm going to have to kill OBS though. Hmm. Why do I have a user prompt? Who needs administrative permissions? Streamlabs? No. I honestly understood the thing. Oh my lord, Streamlabs still opened.
Systems designed to turn nation against nation.
Streamlabs, you're not helping. I will be back shortly. OBS. There we go. There's the prompt. I will be back very shortly because OBS is dropping frames and I do not know why. So I'm gonna kick it in the shins. I've got 90 seconds to rejoin before the VOD drops. Hey Blue, welcome in. Not a board, that's a cat. It is. A cat named fully grown child elder, nonetheless. But yes, I am going to be kicking OBS in the shins and booting up a new version of it. Hopefully, all within 90 seconds. So, tiny bit of patience. I'll see you all in a minute 30 or less. I don't think I was quick enough. Me. I don't think I was quick enough. No, like I'm the one completely in control of what OBS does and says. It's fine. It is perfectly fine. If the VOD is split, so be it, I guess. I'll live. But let's change our playlist here. Put that on. Moody soundtrack. What'd I miss? Welcome back. I don't know. Okay, let me see. Let me pause and unpause on my phone. Pause play. Maybe I didn't split the VOD. Let's go find out. No, it still says 6 hours, 27 minutes, and 40 seconds. We came back just in time, but we were cutting it close there. And we're good. No more dropped frames. Isn't that lovely? Let's grab one of these. We have a ring of agility. Anything here worth wearing? Bound style page. It's character bound. We can't sell it. I should not consider that lost money, but it does so much feel like lost money. We have an Inferno staff, the rest are junk. Know if there's anything here worth keeping. Even if we do keep it, we're gonna have to upgrade it anyway. Boots. So, Magicka Recovery, Magicka Recovery. That's a good set. Max Magicka. When you heal yourself or an ally, gain a warming aura for 10 seconds. You and group members restore health every 2 seconds and reduce the cost of sprint, block, and dodge roll. That's a good set. It is half. There you go, we found our new boots. We've also got another Jerkin of the Leech. Magicka Recovery, Max Magicka, Magic Recovery. When you cast an ability that costs resources while under 33% while in combat, gain Magicka Recovery. Oh, no, your Magicka Recovery base is increased by 1042 for 20 seconds. So you get just 21,000 Magicka Recovery for free. That's not bad. How many set pieces do we have here? We need all of 5. We can wear... Okay, so they're assuming that they have jewelry pieces. There may well be jewelry pieces here that count towards it. I wish I could see the set. It is half set. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get 2 5-set pieces going, so we could have Jerkin of the Leech, and if we can find jewelry for one or the other, we'll fill the rest of the armor out with the rest of it. Gloves of High Isles also not too bad. Oh, Battle of the Crimson Oath, Armor, Health, Armor, Armor, Health, Armor, Healing Taken, all of these are... What is that? This item is part of an armory build. Oh, we took the boots off. Got it. I really do want to wear this though. It's light armor, gives max magicka. The armor value is increased, but we're going from heavy to light, and the reinforced stat on the heavy armor is stronger anyway. It's a cut by 50%, but I don't... The armor stat to me is a bit of a vague thing. I've never really seen it practically do anything. Saying that out loud though. I'm sure that I will now notice me dying quicker and earlier than I'm used to. The Undaunted was max health armor, so we can easily get rid of that. Undaunted Bastion is not good. I mean... 51 Daedra Hearts. Right. I'll probably go and upgrade all of my blue gear to purple. Heavy, light, 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 light. We're actually wearing a fair amount of light gear. I just, why not, right? Let's upgrade it to purple. Do we see any waystones? Waystones. I see platinum. I'd prefer it if I could get some...
Don't drink and that's safe. Oh, drink only water and milk.
Hey,
Else you won't be weak. Like in Skyrim, water is health as fuck, bitch. You better drink water, drink water, drink water, drink water,
Ooh.
bitch. Oh, drink water,
Cornflower.
drink water, drink water,
It's
bitch.
got-
Oh, drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch. Oh, drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch.
I'm not seeing a lot of enchanting runestones though. What we need. Right. So we'll head to Bayside Artisans. We'll queue up for another dungeon. Because I do want to hit CP 300. And we're only 22 levels away from it now. We've done 5 skeletons. We need 8 runestones. Sigil portals don't count as a runestone, despite literally being a runestone. That's absolutely abysmal. I mean, I get it, but that's so sad. You get runes out of it and everything. Doesn't count. Hello, lovely warm cup of tea. What are you doing? I lied! It's a lovely lukewarm cup of tea. And to that argument, barely lovely. Kind of just sort of lovely. Because it's still a cup of tea, and I don't want to speak bad of it. Well, alright, Bayside Artisans. My last spring roll. Munch. No, we don't want Tormentor sets. What's the stuff we're wearing then? Max health, armor. We don't want that. So none of the heavy gear we're wearing is worth upgrading. What about our weapons? They're all purple. What are we wearing? This is a good set. We'll upgrade these. 100% chance, but here's the thing, right? We have 54. If I use 9 instead of 10, a failure means the item is destroyed. I'll get the message here. Let me grab a white item. Alright. We'll drop it down to a 20% chance. You have a 20% chance to improve Ancestor Silk. If this attempt fails, they will be destroyed in the process. Not just waste the resources, item gone, too. So, there's a point where it's like, well, you'd be silly. Just spend the extra crafting resource, guarantee the process. We get a stronger enchantment. We do get a stronger divines out of, can we change the trait? No, we would have to we'd have to make more. Do I upgrade these? Jerkin of the Leech. Items armor value. That could have a better trait too, really. Armor's item value. Armor's a whole lot. Never mind. I've changed my mind. They don't have good traits, so we'll just like we'll keep the set in mind and we'll just try and get better traits. Let's have a look. Are you talking about a raid in guild chat? Sure. Let's have a look. No one's actually active. Unicorn Brigade's empty. Tom's has quite a group. I found out afterwards Tom is doing a raid right now. There's a trial, group 1. Could have actually joined that in time if I'd even known it was happening. It'll be fine. But without our group, it is kind of just a bit lackluster. I might drop into the dungeon finder again. That was very quick. Up we go. March of Sacrifice. I love the heron there, actually. That's gorgeous. But I've never done this one before. Hey, Hathine. How's it going? You fishing? Catching fish? You being epic? Group? Same. Not seen this one before.
My boon shall be given to the hunter who brings me the heart of Tarsier.
Right. So we have 3 newbies and possibly 1 guy who queued for the dungeon.
Survived my march of sacrifices.
You're so chunky.
Yeah, you're walking flank steak. We get it.
You would do well not to mock the huntsman in his own realm, thief eater.
That's so. Well, I'd worry more about yourself and less about your precious prince, runt.
So this is Hercine's Realm of Oblivion. Boy howdy, is my computer struggling to run it. Right. I am struggling super hard. Hercine's Realm of Oblivion is killing my computer. Look at this. At least the audio.
Poor sweet. Barely started and already dead. We need to keep our guard up, lest we
3. Oh, am I casting 3? I'm not seeing the heals pop. Actually, I saw the heals just then. I'm just gonna put one of these down. Everyone else's game can deal with the fact there is AoE heals here. Wowee. This is something else. Maybe opening Streamlabs is more of a detriment than I thought. Alright, that one. That one. Number 3. Number 2. And 4. I don't know why, but someone's health bar at the bottom there is almost entirely weird pseudo not actually health. And I think my overlay might be bugged. Is also good. We're off to a brilliant start here. My boss bars are activating properly. The The group bars don't seem to be. I'm also just not able to cast anything. Is it the blue area that's doing that?
I'm taking aim.
Hey, health bars are moving. My health bar's moving. I might have to reload UI after this. Everything is absolutely lagging since I reboot OBS / open Stream Elements. Streamlabs, sorry. It's just 1 out of the 4 health bars isn't moving. The rest are fine. 2. Thank you.
I've got the target in sight.
The game is fine. The stream is not. Oh wow, the stream is not okay. I just looked down at my phone and I see really terrible frame rates. How has it got worse?
So we have become the prey. How pathetic.
Hanu, why have you come here?
Is that you, Father?
Holy cow, program not responding.
Please.
No.
Hey! Okay! Wow. What's going on? The game's upset with my lukewarm cup of tea, apparently. He just spawned in dead. Alright, health bars seem a little more stable. Nope, that frozen still. I'm just gonna flat reboot the game actually. Because I do want to do some questing before we finish up. Good lord. I'm closing the game and reopening it once this quest is done. Once we finish the dungeon here.
Hang on. I'll look for a way out. Friggin' saplings represent seasons.
This is surreal. I've never had it absolutely crap the bed this hard. But again, we did reboot OBS and accidentally open Stream Elements at the same time. Maybe it's understandable. Understandable, yes. Acceptable, no. I'm still looking down at my phone. This is absolutely abysmal.
I'm over here. I found. Oh! You've returned.
If I cannot dissuade you, Hanu, perhaps I can be of help. This will help you track your quarry.
Why are we hunted? Leave us alone. We just want to be alone.
Are the health bars moving again? They have a weird cap. No one You're... Actually, you are a little hurt. It's actually... Does that mean the game data is reading wrong? If his health bar is represented both overhead with base game as well as plugin? Oh, okay. Can I have some abilities, please? Someone's dead. He's just allowed back up now. So I'm not only lagging, like, game lagging, and frames. That's the thing too, it's like OBS is back to normal. The frames aren't. Again, if the game's lagging, safe to say it's probably not recording properly either. This is a bit extreme.
Join!
Troll's blood. It has to be here somewhere. Keep an eye out.
My kind!
You shall join us in our eternal hunt.
Why are we taking out, like, what seem to be Templars or priests of her scene?
Burn beneath the flames.
I must obey!
If we're in her scene's realm of oblivion, then what's the story happening? This is probably my fault for not paying attention to the story happening.
Feel aware best.
I cannot rest! I must defeat you!
Why am I so low? God. Oh, for the love of all that is holy.
I remember it well.
I'm healing more than I'm taking damage. Everyone's standing in the fire. I just died. Wow. But we're gonna wipe on a normal random dungeon. I thought I was fine. Wasn't paying attention to the timer on my AoE. It's fine. The tank only has 53% of health to get through while standing still in fire.
Your hunt has ended.
Alright. Take 2 this time. No standing in the fire. Please and thank you.
I feel its power coursing through me. I feel it calling for your deaths.
We'll reset our circle.
Fire
Give
and
everyone a combat buff.
I'll burn you
I said everyone a combat buff.
I cannot rest. I must defeat you.
DPS, so both handle that.
Scorching heat, smoldering flesh.
I must obey!
I need myself a safety circle here on the poppies.
And so are you!
I get myself a safety circle right on the flame. Will reset my AoE. Safety circle. Right, but there's no fire. I like how he is setting the water on fire. I am, look, greatly appreciate that the game is actually running a bit better. Cutscene? Hey, what are you, yeah, hey, can you, like... Can feel like apparently, okay, we are just anchoring her scene. Maybe I shouldn't have shot the god of this realm. Literally, the god that runs the place. Fine, look. He's just having a moment. He'll come around. One's pretty low. This is going a lot better this time though.
Smoldering flesh.
I cannot rest. I must defeat you.
I'll have to remember perhaps in the future not to shoot the deer. 3 please, 3 please, spam 3, thank you. Someone's standing in fire. Ah, it's the archers that spawned the fire. Interesting. And we're done.
Come on, we have to follow that wisp.
We're not done. Right. We're gonna fight her soon.
Want to give your old pal Baylorg a turn with it?
What? Team up with you? Just so you can shove a dagger in my back?
We've got company! Weapons at the ready!
Oh, I think the fancy. Okay, the different. I just took me this long to figure out what the different colored health bars are for. The faded health bar is shields. Add it to Bolog. We will never know. I passed these too. Yeah, my health is full now. Okay, that's weird. No, I don't get it. Never mind. Thought I understood it, but now my health bar is all fake. Could you still be lagging?
Please let me leave.
Four. No, I'm not on the right save. 4, 4. Go. Almost had myself die. That was a bit silly. So cast 4. Alright, cast 5. Nothing. I don't know then. There was a chest back before that fight we wiped out, wasn't there?
Quickly! Crouch down! We need to stay hidden until we can draw the beast out. We must use stealth while our wisp searches for the Indrik.
Do you think you could have whispered any louder? I don't think he heard.
Stay low and you'll keep out of the Indrik sight. You'll give our wisp a little nudge.
Good thing whatever we're hunting must be deaf.
Oh, there it is! Quickly, attack!
That's not her scene. It's got a different name. Cassia begins to hunt.
Stay hidden until our wisp can pull the Indrik out of hiding.
Oh.
Don't give away your location. Remain hidden.
Can't crouch.
Our
Ah.
wisp needs a nudge to keep searching.
So what's the penalty besides just being teleported? And also, what's this aspect of her scene that we're fighting? Why are we even fighting her scene in the first place?
We found the beast!
Valheim, dear boss. I was just thinking that as I saw him kick lightning up into the air. That's a neat boss, to be fair. Come on, die. You're dead. I don't think he's doing too good. Good lord, the boss is only at 50% health. I mean, so long as we don't wipe, I'll be happy.
Well done! We found the Indrik!
Oh, that's a staggerable move. Nice. Everyone was interrupting him. Beautiful. Gotta duck down again. How are you?
Stay low! The fourth will hide you while our witch finds the Indrik!
Sneak. Oh!
Stay crouched and focus on tracking!
Oh dear.
There it is! Don't let it get away!
Oh Lord, this guy on my ass is killing me. Please. No, 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 no! I'm being trapped. Oh, he's right behind. He's dead. Hey, friend of her scene. Are you her scene?
This is it. Tarsia's heart is ours. With this, my father's freedom is assured.
No, you're just someone's pet.
Come on. We still have to deliver the heart to her.
Fuck, there's more! Oh, I thought that was it. God, these DLC dungeons are pain as much as they are fun. Not like, oh, they're bad. It's like, wow, that was such a good fight. And then it just keeps going. It's like, wow, that was such a good fight. And then there's another boss. Wow, that was such a cool fight. 3 bosses later. It's fine. My complaint is that there's too much good stuff. Not really much of a complaint. But I'm so ready to just go home and not have to deal with another boss for a second. I would need to reset my game for 1, but 2. I'm okay just to chill after this for a little bit. We'll go questing.
I brought you the heart.
Oh.
Yes, but you are not the one to hunt my hair.
You have the game but never got to enjoy things like this? I will say, I've said this for a while. I played for 80 days myself. You don't wow, okay. Break free. That's a mechanic. Good. I've played for about 80 days on this account. I bought it, pre-ordered it, on release, played it, and was like, wow, this game kind of blah. Stinky. I don't like Elder Scrolls anymore because it's lame. But Lord, I'm gonna have to travel so far back to get the other chest. Oh god. Come on, Android. I pre-ordered and was sour to the franchise at the time. But in hindsight, it's a great theme park if you know the characters, the lore, and the stories, and you've played any of the games from the Elder Scrolls franchise prior. It's just a theme park. All of the characters come back and reprise all of their roles and say all of their lines, and you go, wow, it's like going to Disney World. You just see Mickey Mouse. He's not, you know, you're not watching a movie. He's just there. Doesn't have to make sense why Mickey Mouse is talking with Goofy and Sora. They're just there. Don't question it. It's a nice theme park. But I've had the account since pre-order, but I've only been playing for 80 days. I put 20 hours in when I got the account. I got to level 7 on my character, and I went and sat in a max level area at the time, before they removed that. And that was basically it. My claim to fame was logging in for like 1 week, sitting down in a high-leveled area and emoting at high-level characters as they ran past. That's beside the point. My point is, if I can save from getting distracted again, that I've been playing for 80 days and I'm basically in late game. It doesn't take long. I would have got here fairly quickly too. Probably 2 months ago, I hit endgame content, but there's tiers to it. So, endgame content comes in tiers. Once you reach character level 50, you get access to trials, dungeons, and... oh, you get access to dungeons at level 10, actually. I think trials are level 50. I don't know what I meant to do with that. Once you get access to trials, though, you then have what are called champion points that you have to earn. Champion points every 60? I think it's every 60 champion points you earn gives you access to more DLC content. So champion point level 1, I think, gives you access to base game. Then you get champion point 50, 60, 100. I don't know what the tiers are, but they all give you different... Oh, he steps in it and we're fine. Okay, I understand the mechanic now. All the way up to 300. Champion point 300 gives you access to the complete game. I'm still technically not there, but I'm also not XP grinding on this character. So, 80 days to get max level, quote unquote, to get to complete game content. I might hit it today, actually. If we keep doing dungeons, I probably could. Right now, I am 279, so we're 21 away from hitting max level, quote unquote, level cap.
My boon is yours, child of Azura.
Oh, hey, Hassine.
Freedom.
Yeah, no, I should have assumed you weren't going to be normal size.
Release us, so we may join our ancestors in death.
I hear 2 requests, child, not 1. You must choose. A heart for a heart is only fair. Use Hassine's boon for your own freedom, Hanu. You don't deserve this fate.
Father, I don't know if I can do that.
What are you looking at? Snap your neck around and stare at me? I'm gonna turn the field of view down if I want to get a screenshot here. I don't want it to frame it back here. The characters and her scene in the center, but then eye patch over there wandered over and had to get in the photo. I'll just wait. It's fine. We'll wait. What do we have? Daughter Trophies has been updated with Balog. Nice. We don't... Anyone spare Blood Moon pieces? Blood Moon belt. Link in chat. I don't have Blood Moon anything else. They leave? I think they left. Blood Moon. Gonna offer anything? Fine. Chill. I didn't want anything anyway. Not even 10 septums. I do still want to try and get a screenshot. Never mind. Thank you. Lovely. Let me get one over here. Oh, that's some lovely framing, actually. Why is he always staring at me? I think your head tilting and staring at me, not them. The people who tried to make the trade with you. You think I won't jump up this waterfall and try and pat you on the head? It's better this way. It's better this way. It's fine. God, if there weren't so much white noise in the photo, I could spam this and try and get one that's clear though. There's probably something in there that's clear. Alright. Let's just go back to High IO dead. Why not? I'm gonna wake up in the middle of Bayside Artisans completely dead on the floor. Let's find out. Do you think anyone will even resurrect me? Sorry, I did go on a bit of a tangent, got distracted, and was in the middle of a dungeon. But I've been playing for 80 days. I think you could play a bit more seriously than me. We're alive! Look at that. You could play more seriously than me and probably get through the game's leveling system way quicker, especially because there's... Do I have any? I don't think I do. Yeah, this stuff. You get given these by the... I have 2 that are 150 times experience. I'm actually going to try and time how quickly you can get from level... It's going to be level 12. But the idea is meant to be level 10 to level 50, so you can get to late game content. I think I can do it in 4 hours if I have a bunch of these churning over. 2 2-hour scrolls should do it. But it's going to require I just sit down and non-stop grind dungeons. I'm going to need a pre-made, which is a prerequisite. That's my thing I want to test. I think you could do it in a day. 4 hours. Hitting level 10 is about probably another 4 hours if you're going to do it casually. So it's a 2-day grind and you get to late game. Past that point, you have access to trials, you have access to all that other sort of stuff. and you can just run them by yourself, or there are a ton of guilds out there. I have a couple now, the Odd Misfits and Unicorn Brigade. Unicorn Brigade, if you're an EU, Unicorn Brigade is absolutely lovely. Guild Maiden is a beautiful person who does a lot of charity stuff. Oh, she actually is the guild master. It's her guild. There you go. I should pay attention to that, shouldn't I? But there are a ton of guilds, and the thing I love about Elder Scrolls is everyone's willing to help you out if you just ask. That is probably the recommended way. I would say it's a very social game. Go make friends, go meet groups, and go hang out and sign up for raids and trials. If you're doing rookie trials or a first time or a practice run, you get a lot of people that will just explain the mechanics because all of them have different mechanics. So once you get the hang of it, then I suppose that would be the point, you could go out solo and just start running them on. Trials probably less so because you get up to like 16 to 20 people in a group or something. Those require a bit more coordination just to group up and start it. And there's no trial finder. You've got dungeon finder, which is 4 people. But I don't know if there's an equivalent for trials. I think you might actually need a guild for that. As far as searching for stuff though, guild finder, it's absolutely, like, you got categories upon categories upon categories. If you want to play hardcore, absolutely no holds barred. Where was I? Welcome back. Point was, tons of guild, lovely people. Join up, they'll all help you play through the game if you're a first timer like me, or you'll just have some great people to chill with anyway while you're playing the game. Good lord. Alright, give me a sec. I'll get the game back up because I do want to do some questing. But everything is hemorrhaging. I'm gonna try something super weird here. I'm gonna lock my computer, sign back in. Not weird, bear in mind, it's not weird to do it. It's weird because I've not done it while streaming. I normally do it prior to streaming and after streaming to bring everything back up. I have no idea what you can see. My phone is the thing that'll rat me out if I'm streaming anything. We're back! Welcome back. Again. But yes, I don't play solo. I quest solo, but I don't really play the game solo. I'm in a couple of guilds. All of them are very social guilds and very open and to teaching new players how to get through some of the stuff and content. Very, very wordy way of saying no, I wasn't. Currently, I am solo dungeon running, and I'll be switching over to solo questing. If there was anyone willing to do, I could post, actually. I could have just posted, pardon me, about we haven't done a VSS August 4th. Alright. Thursday trials have been left. Dungeon trifecta. What's that? Sorry, I'm just reading the Discord through. Oh no! Dungeon trifecta. I'm the last post on August 10th. That's a shame. I might have to go to Tom Community. The old merchants. In we go. Oh shit, that was an Eevee! Damn. alone it's dull. I think it's got some good story content, but a prerequisite to that is you want to play a single-player story-driven quest-based game. As an MMO, I can understand you're probably not there to go through the story. But I even think this tops Final Fantasy as far as story-driven content goes. It's voice acted superbly. Generally, it's done pretty well. Choreography, I guess you could say, is fairly simple, but there's a lot of events that happen in the world that are genuinely awesome to see, especially if you're invested in even just the small localized story about the Three Flags War, the Alliance War, and everything of that sort. You've got the three factions that play against each other. There we go, they're back. All of that stuff is gorgeous. I think it is the best in the category. For MMOs, I don't think there's anyone that does it better. But again, if you just want to grind, then it's not keeping too much of your time. Like, I think you can get inventory space done in about a week on testing. I think you could probably level in a day or two to get to late game content. And I do think it is so much of an easier game to play and dawdle around in if you are absolutely interested in finding out some more of the world stories that are good. Because at its core, it is still a Bethesda game, and it still has brilliant stories to be told universe-wide as far as the Elder Scrolls is concerned. Where do we need to go? We need to go... Is it all flags? Shipwreck shows. Shipwreck shows. There it is. Shipwreck shows as a delve. Up we go. Killing Werewolfkin? Monster. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I mean, to be fair, I'm still kind of confused what that... I should do the story for that dungeon sometime. Because that did kind of leave me super confused, fighting what seemed to be an aspect of her scene, only for her scene themselves to sort of loom over us and be like, ah, you've done a good thing. It didn't seem like it. It seemed like we were killing your followers. No? It left me a little confused, that one. But I'll take the quest next time. It's easier to quest and pay attention to story stuff when you're not in a random too. When you are by yourself not with a pre-made group dungeoning, you do kind of have to bite the bullet and just run through sometimes, because even 3 out of 4 people aren't going to be able to stop that one random psycho from running off and just dragging aggro from every monster in the building. So you kind of just have to sit behind him, do the thing, and then collect all your stuff afterwards. But when it comes to like quests and spoken dialogue in those dungeons, that's a little trickier. Some aren't so bad. There's... what is it? It's not... Mongol Grotto is one of the better ones, because that simply just beat every boss. Quest done. If you beat every boss, good. Quest complete. Might not even be that much, to be fair. But there's a couple where you do have to wait for dialogue. I have a bad habit now of just dropping dungeon quests when I get into the area, though. I'll see the prompts like, oh, someone's picked up a dungeon quest, and I just say no. Because I'd rather take my time with the pre-made and just be like, hey, do you mind waiting around? I've got the dungeon quest. Gonna grab all the books and get all the dialogue and pay attention to what's going on. In a pre-made, that's not so bad. It's okay, you get his pets now. Yeah, threw myself off a cliff to pet her soon. Wonder if that would be an affront to her soon. Tiny little KHAJIIT up there, just goat. Goats everywhere. I'm getting worse at lockpicking, I swear. We're dead. Ooh! An enchanting thing. That was a much bigger fall than I thought. Whatever, they can take the rune thing. I don't want it anyway.
You there. Here, please.
Ah! It. I know Titus is a very Roman name, but you have to hate your kid to name them that now, right? In the modern era, Titus, the name has, you're dooming them to a miserable school life. Their life would be nothing but a bunch of Monty Python skits thrown back at them. Are you a bad guy? Why are we here? Main questline for High Isle. Let's just run through. Run through where we can. It's running a lot better since I restarted at least. I just try not to fight him. No, I'm not here. Get back to fishing. I'm not here. Go back to standing guard. Fine. Look. I was happy just to run past and render your job useless and your services pointless. I just wanted to get to my destination and be back out. Don't even know why you're here. Actually, don't. I'm so behind the loop on what happens in this game at the moment. We have to go up. We may have to cross there and go around. I don't know. We can get up this way. We'll try. Let's try the front door. Is that a path? I mean, it looks like a path underneath. Okay, I wouldn't complain. I suppose the question is, do we even need to go up? Because this definitely doesn't look like a path. Yep, invisible wall. Well, can't say I didn't try. There's an invisible wall there too. Okay, look, your mountain team is just being shoddy. If you also need invisible walls to stop people getting up the mountains, just make the mountain less climbable. Surely. Okay, never mind. We can't get around at all. So... Oh, shoot! I'm sorry. My thing disconnected and I haven't fixed it. Through the river. You're guarding the wrong way. Oh, perhaps not. Wrong button. Does lightning take away magicka? I feel like lightning used to drain magicka or have mana effects, but I don't remember. See a pathway. Good lord, am I that bad on magicka regen now? Terrifying amount of noise. Found a pathway. Found a pathway to nowhere. It's filled with lies, and deception, and sadness. Found the actual pathway. Player.
Ah, did Lady Arabelle send you? Look, I think I found her.
Oh, shite. Hey, look, too. That's the volcano. A volcano? Is that the volcano or a volcano? But, okay. Not the news I was expecting. Right, let's get back into the groove of the story here, actually. So, Lady Arabella got a message that basically said SOS. Well, not SOS. But it was sort of like code words for I might have found the royals. Apparently, I didn't know the boats were lost too, actually. Hang on, come to think of it, weren't the boats the only thing that didn't get lost? Alright, well, we got a message that basically boiled down to I might have found something worth our time, written cryptically and vaguely, just, hey, come have a look, basically. So we've come all the way out here to find, I guess, one of the ships that crashed? Or at least a big chunk of it, but the thing... It doesn't particularly make a ton of sense, since... You've got Aminos here to the north. That is the volcano, I guess. Straight ahead. And you've got High Isle here is the main landmass. The boats were apparently crashed coming into High Isle. But I don't know why they would have been traversing this piece of land anyway. Through the pieces of land here. It would have made much more sense for them to come through from the east. If they were indeed sailing south from Glenumbra, they should have just come down through and around. I don't know, because you've got the ports here. So, if they were going to the main port yard and not to Gonfalon Bay, like was originally alluded to, they may have drifted through the waters here? That seems so... We'll talk with the guy, because I don't know if this is one of these ships, or just something of interest. So, say your piece?
When I got to the shoals and saw all those sea elf pirates and hadalids, I quickly sent a message to Lady Arabelle requesting assistance. But I was able to sneak over here, and that is when I spotted her. The sea has returned her back to me.
She's not in much shape to be sailed now, she?
My ship, the Kamal's Bane. Oh, I thought I lost her forever. She washed ashore on the shoals, thank the Hist. It took me some time to reach this spot without being detected, but now that you're here, we can see what remains of my vessel.
Yeah, what remains indeed, but sure. I was hoping you had actually found one of the royals. That would have been a massive helping hand, but just your boat? That was what the message was about. What's left of it, at least.
She will never sail again. But at least it will be good to see her one last time. And perhaps we can find some indication of what happened to my passenger, Prince Ernskar of Windhelm.
Take a look.
You check the hull, and I will search among the wreckage. Be careful.
The book. Hey, on your captain's diary. Captain's log, entry 78. Little Moth. After waiting a day and a half, the mysterious passenger we were hired to transport came aboard Kamal's Bane. He and his entourage dressed as common sellswords, but I distinctly heard one of the guards call him Prince. When he thought no one was in earshot, seen now... Oh, full sentence. I heard one of the guards call him Prince when he thought no one else was in earshot. Why would you give away the whole thing? Oh, we're going for a ruse. Be sure to only call me Prince when you think no one can hear, instead of keeping the act up. Maybe it was a slip. I see why. Now Lady Arabelle insisted on secrecy. We got underway at once and set course westward on the fair skies. This boat came from Skyrim. Right? Where did he say? Prince from... not important. Haven. 3 days of sailing across the mouth of Turple Bay and the long coast has brought us to Haven shortly before dusk. We docked to take on provisions. At my passenger's request, I restricted the crew to the ship for the duration of our stay. They were displeased, but we are being well paid to maintain secrecy. Captain's log, day 80. Underway. Drowned coast. Departed Haven until morning tide. The winds were contrary, and squalls met us as soon as we put to sea. But our passenger finally revealed our destination, Isle, in the Sistrist Archipelago. Our passenger also revealed his true identity to me. I declined to let him know I had already figured that out. Before we reached the archipelago, he insisted we had a rendezvous deep in the waters west of Stros Mackay. Log 82. Where's 81? Oof. Underway, a beck and sea. Sighted the spearhead in perfect punt at first light. With Stros Mackay low on the stern bow, I hailed Captains Colleen and Zaji, and learned we would proceed in company to our final destination. The weather seemed fair. I anticipate an easy passage. Day 82. Underway, Western Abercain. Seeing Abercain? I've heard it a dozen times, I should remember. In mid-afternoon, the lookout sighted the smoking peak of Yfelon on the port beam. It seems the wind pushed us to the north as we neared the Sisters. I ordered the helmsman to steer for the ominous passage before we turned south towards Gonfalon Bay. Right, so they did turn in between the passage. The day is fair, but storm clouds are beginning to pile up ahead of us. I have not seen weather like this before. I will order the crew to make ready for heavy seas, and advise our passenger to remain below. We may be in for a rough time. Did he make it? If he was to remain below, Lord knows where he would have ended up. In the record...
I can still fight.
Isleen! Friend, this is my bosun. There is none finer.
Captain! Sankain, it's you.
Have you been living here? It's been like a week.
I didn't think anyone would come for me. But if you're with the captain, please. It's Prince Ernskar. We have to help him. I'd be dead if it wasn't for the prince.
He's here.
Not exactly. After that strange storm swept in and the ship hit the rocks, we were struggling to get to the small boats. A wave hit me and I thought that was the end. But Prince Ernskar lifted me up, tossed me in the boat and shoved it away.
Did you see where he went?
The Kamal's Bane started to break apart. The storm pushed us into the straits and the current was dragging most of the ship toward Amanos. I stayed in the small boat as long as I could. Then I leaped into this piece of the wreckage and landed here.
that had nothing to do with the prince. Did you see where the prince ended up?
The last I saw, he was alive and clinging to the part of the ship floating toward Amanos. Even through the storm, I could hear others in the water, but the winds were sending the wreckage in all directions. You need to go find Prince Ernskar.
This has actually been very helpful in locating the prince. If he is in Amanos, he would have brilliant cover over there. He could play as one of the captives. I forget. There's... Oh no, has he been banished to the forest? Do you think he believes all that nonsense about turning to dust the moment you step back through the door?
Return to the manor. Lady Arabelle must know of this. I'll return as soon as Islene can travel.
That would be hilarious. I love the idea of getting to Amanos, finding Prince Ernskar, just dressed as a commoner, held in captive, being threatened with being sent to the forest, thinking it's all real. But this is brilliant. We have an actual lead for the first time in this entire story on the locations of the royals. Should we just port back? Probably. Seems like the same thing to do for only 149 septums. What do we have here? Talk to Battle Mage Ribbon. You know what? I forgot to hand in that quest. Maybe we'll get the 25,000 alliance points we need to buy our first Triune trait. Then we'll head to the North Bridge. We'll come in from... Actually, we could head to the east. There's a doorway over here to the east, and we could come straight down past the chapel and over to the manor.
The rush of battle, the glory of contest. There's no greater thrill. That's why we do what we do.
I love the design of your eye patch. How does it stay on? You have no brow. You have to have just glued it like that for it to go back down. Normally you wrap it over. Like the bald spot. You've got a bald spot, right? That's the one. Yes. Why don't you put the patch through that? It would go under your other... Is it like a pair of glasses? But weirder. Wouldn't it be under your left ear and over the bald patch on your right? Wouldn't that be how you would wear it? Am I crazy? This is just a pair of glasses. Fascinating. How do they stay on? Yeah, I did a thing.
That's what I like to hear. The more you play, the more rewards. It's an excellent
Awesome.
For this.
I think I have enough for a Triune trade now. Bingo.
Another one?
I have chaos in time.
No, not another crab!
Looking for healer damage dealer. Normal Valkyrie hold. Discord not required, but if you do join, we'll be confirming identity. Looking for more, one healer. Welcome. AFK also. Are they still doing trials? might join up. Technically, I don't know if I've decided to join up or not. It would be a whole thing. It would take like a whole another hour. It would be cool to do a trial. But I can't just barge in and be like, hey, sign me up. I'll just put like a mention, like, hey, healer looking for something to do or something. Oh, you know, I'll figure it out. I'll find a way to advertise my complete lack of direction today. But here we go, the eastbound gate. Let's head over to Steadfast Manor. Steadfast? Is this Steadfast? I don't know if this is Steadfast. You know what I should do? I should go make that piece of jewelry. Speaking of... Where is my consumable writ? Sealed woodworking. Ruby ash bow, quality epic, trait Nernhoned. I don't have Nernhoned, but I will double check. New Moon's acolyte, I also don't have that. Set outlaw. The outlaw one isn't a problem.
Friend, Lady Arabelle is waiting for you upstairs.
That's not concerning in the slightest. Why did you bring the druid home? It's been a book of me this whole time. Oh, it's one of her stories. The Curse of Mandrake Manor. Is that not where we are? You have no ghost, my dearest friend. The culprit is, in fact, Halloween the blacksmith. Investigators' veiled words echoed off the wall as the crowds gathered in the library around Lady Mandrake. Oh. Sentence? Bloody hell. Take two. Investigator Vale's words echoed off the walls as the crowd gathered in the library around Lady Mandrake. Gasp. A gasp. I'll get English one day. Heads turned in all directions, seeking the accused. In the back of the room, the blacksmith stood nervously. A look of utter guilt spread across his face, even as he shook his head from side to side. What are you talking about? There was no way a mere mortal could have caused all this trouble, he said defensively. How could I sneak into a locked room and murder the butler? How could I hide the body when I was in my forge the entire time? You have no evidence, wench. The room fell silent as all eyes once again turned to Investigator Vale. The insult didn't seem to faze her in the least. Her eyes sparkled in the flickering candlelight as she drew back her shoulders and tilted her chin up slightly, so that her raven hair fell across her back. The fingers of her right hand, curled into a tight fist, seemed to clutch at something. She made a deliberate show of rotating her fist and letting her fingers fall open to reveal a shiny bronze key in the shape of a skull. Oh, you have once again underestimated me, dear Owen, Vale said. Again. The evidence is clear as the nose on your face. You were the only one who had access to the skeleton key, the one lost by the Lord of Mandrake Manor. His eyes widened. He stumbled over his words before collecting himself. Then he said, You don't know that was mine? Also, okay, let's think this through. You were the only one who had access to the skeleton key, as in prior to it being lost in the manor there, but also Vermina gives you a skeleton key. It's a Daedric artifact. I assume this is not simply just a Daedric artifact skeleton key, however, then. Halloween's eyes widened. He stumbled over his words before collecting himself. You don't know that was mine? How did you even get it? Wait, you used me. Vale's head rolled back as a joyous laugh erupted from her long, elegant throat. Such words. You silly little man. Of course I used you. Those drinks we shared last night. I added a tincture to yours that allowed me... no. Am I allowed to read that? Isn't that terms of service? I added berry punch to yours that made you so hyper and filled with sugar that you didn't notice that I stole your key. Nailed it. Vale, now moving about the room and playing to her audience, continued. Scratches on the floor by the bookshelf clearly revealed evidence of a hidden door. Gloves casually tossed into a corner, stained with blood. Boots caked with grass from the forest where the bodies were found. And this key, sitting on your nightstand, for anyone to see. What does any of that prove, except that you gave me berry punch? Palwyn cried. It proves everything, Vale said happily. Instead of a ghost, we have a disgruntled blacksmith who wanders the tunnels beneath the manor. Tunnels that could only be accessed with this key. What started as a scheme to frighten and blackmail the Lord, shame on you for that, eventually led to murder. No, Palwyn screamed. I won't be cheated out of what's mine. Not again. He drew a dagger from his belt and rushed towards Vale. He stepped to the side at the last possible moment, sending Palwyn off balance and headlong into the wall. He fell, his own dagger protruding from his chest. Murder never pays, Vale said. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a bottle of aqua vitae waiting for me, and another mystery. There's always another mystery. What a story! I can't believe Investigator Vale, the good guy, gave him berry punch in his drink without even asking if he wanted berry punch. That seems very suspect, and it's just there, in a book, for anyone to read. Right, Investigator Vale in the Haunted Lighthouse. Take 2, let's see how many berry punches we have here. And you say the apparition appears in this room? Investigator Vale gestured to the heavy door in front of her. Outside, the storm dragged on. Ocean swells crashed into the rocks of the island and hurled water against the lighthouse walls. You ask that like you don't believe me. Gawain crossed his well-muscled arms and leaned back against the wall in the dark staircase. I have my suspicions. Vale raised her torch and peered at the door again. You've been the only caretaker of this island for a long time. Maybe you have a ghost, but it's equally as likely that something else haunts this lighthouse. I know what I heard. You heard a scream. Yes, so you told me. Vale fastened her hands around the door handle. Let's see if we can determine the source of that scream. She pushed the door open, ignoring Gawain's cries and protests. Investigator Vale stepped into the room. She could see her own breath hanging in the air in front of her. The storm howled outside as the torch in her hand flared and then blew out, leaving her in total darkness. The ghost is real, Investigator. And now you've let it loose in the rest of the lighthouse. I'll never sleep properly again. Gawain's voice trembled as he called from the stairwell. I was a bit more stern. Investigator Vale smiled. Nonsense. Bring me another torch and I'll show you your ghost. Vale removed her scarf as the light of the second torch started up the staircase. After a moment of searching, she found what she was looking for. Your fearsome ghost is nothing more than a crack in the lighthouse wall. She held her scarf in front of the crack and showed Gawain how it billowed out from her hand. Gawain stared at the piece of cloth as if it swayed in the breeze. Dragged the great Investigator Vale all the way to my lighthouse because of shoddy masonry. Now, Vale said, don't beat yourself up. Ghosts and spirits are plentiful enough that you are right to be concerned. Still, better a crack that can be patched with some mortar than an actual haunting. True ghosts can be quite difficult to eradicate. At that moment, a deafening crack exploded outside as a thunderbolt struck the sea close to the lighthouse. Gawain jolted at the sound and then sighed. There's no use trying to make it back to shore in this mess. I'm sorry, Investigator, but it looks like you'll have to wait out the storm here. Investigator Vale grinned. This lighthouse may not have any ghosts, but I'm sure we can come up with something around here to raise our spirits until the storm settles down. I don't suppose you have any wine. last of the 3 books in the room, Shadow Fellows. Oh wow, 5 pages. This was no run-of-the-mill murder, Baroness, Investigator Vale said as she rose and stepped back from the body. No, this was an assassination. The work of the Shadow Fellowship. Or I'm a Morrowind mushroom. I'd stake my reputation on that. The Shadow Fellowship, Baroness Esmonder exclaimed, raising a dainty hand to her full red lip. A League of Assassins? That's just a myth. Despite her protestations, the Baroness suddenly went pale and looked around nervously. Oh, the Shadow Fellowship is quite real, Vale said, slipping off her leather gloves and returning them to the pocket of her long coat. They've operated in secret for hundreds of years. Whenever someone gets too close to the truth, they employ bribery, blackmail, and murder to keep their activities hidden. I've made a study of the clandestine organization, covertly of course, but I've never had the case so clearly point to their involvement. Doesn't that frighten you? The Baroness asked. I would completely understand if you decided to abandon the investigation, my dear Baroness. I have never abandoned an investigation in my life, and I'm not about to start now, Vale said indignantly. I just need to determine how best to proceed. That night, in a richly appointed room above the town's inn, Investigator Vale slept fitfully after talking to dozens of people and following up on a half-dozen leads. Dark dreams troubled her rest, causing Vale to toss and turn in the small bed. Suddenly, Vale sat up. The sheet fell away from her body as she drew out of the dagger she always kept under her pillow. She pointed it squarely at the dark room sitting in the room's only chair. Dark form. Sitting in the room's only chair. The figure snapped her fingers and the candle beside the bed ignited with a spark. It helped a little, but mostly it just threw more shadows around the room. You're from the Fellowship, I presume? Vale asked. Let's not apply any labels, shall we? The woman said. Her face was still obscured by shadows and a mass of long dark hair, but Vale could see that she was dressed in tight leather and wore at least 3 blades that the investigator could readily spot. You come to murder me in my sleep? Vale asked, with her blade never wavering. Neither I nor my associates have any desire to see the great Investigator Vale come to harm, the leather-clad woman said. There's no profit in that. We have one more contract to complete, then we'll fade away like dew in the morning. The Baroness, Vale exclaimed. You're as perceptive as we've heard, the woman said. Sometimes even perception arrives too late to change the inevitable. The woman rose and stepped into the room's single window. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Investigator, she said with a slight bow before slipping into the night. Investigator Vale did nothing and went back to bed. Chapter 3. In the morning, Vale returned to the Baroness's manor house to find that the town guard was already at the scene. Who could have seen this coming? She approached the captain, an older man she had worked with in the past, and nodded a grim greeting. The Baroness is dead, Vale said. It wasn't a question. The captain of the guard nodded. Fell down the steps in the night and broke her neck, he said. Must have been the grief over her husband's murder that made her careless. Such a shame. But there was no way to stop an accident like that. Yes, Vale agreed, but there would be a reckoning. And with that, Investigator Vale turned and departed the manor house, already thinking of numerous ways to do with the Shadow Fellowship. Someday, perhaps, he would take on these villains. Not today. Not today. I'm so glad she just went back to bed. I was kind of hoping for the plot twist, where she had something set up, and the Baroness was the assassin, sent to kill someone else, right? But no, she just went back to bed. This is quite a fascinating set of stories, where the hero is the person that does the most baffling, confusing, not really heroic things. An actual assassin. Shall I shout for the guard? Or simply just go back to bed, lie down, and call it a day? No, it's been a tough day, you know? I had to poke a dead body and say it was the people that did it, and the people that did it showed up and wanted to finish the job. It's like, if these stories are your self-insert, they're pretty abysmal images of your own portrayal. I mean, I get you're an alcoholic and all, but you could at least portray yourself a bit more heroically.
Another one of my favorite associates, back safe and sound. And were you successful? Did Captain Suzo find anything important at the shoals?
I was hoping he'd found one of the nobles. Apologies for disclaiming that earlier out loud, but it was just his boat. Although we do now have a lead. Some of the survivors washed up with the rest of the hull, and they may know the location of Prince Ernskar.
Well, that corroborates what the dockmaster told you. If Prince Ernskar is still alive and made it to Amanos, perhaps the other Alliance leaders did as well. Of course, that doesn't mean they're safe.
Oh, they do have perfect cover over there, but there are plenty of risks over in that forest besides just being turfed into it in the first place.
Only a small part of the island is hospitable, and Amanos Station is barely that. The rest of the island is an untamed jungle full of deadly plants, wild creatures, and gangs of prisoners. Not exactly a stroll in the park.
Absolutely a place for a royal to be mugged as soon as they land ashore. Given they may have arrived in tatters, perhaps they may have had a decent amount of cover for their alibi. Are there any chance we can cooperate with the law enforcement over there?
House Menard controls Amanos, but they restrict their oversight to Amanos Station and the prison stockade. They leave the jungle to the prisoners. Either the royals washed ashore in the jungle, or the Menards are keeping their arrival secret.
That doesn't mean they don't want to cooperate. I assume you would be fine paying a paltry sum for their return if there is some kind of ransom note that I bring back.
Soon, my dear. First, prepare yourself while I finish making the needed arrangements. We'll head to Amanos in due time. For now, remember all we have learned thanks to your efforts. Take this as payment. You more than earned every gold piece.
Money like this, I'll soon be able to look as fancy as
I hope that by investigating the Ascendant Order, we'd uncover a clue as to how to find the missing Alliance leaders. Now we have it on good authority that they may be on Amanos. From the cookpot to the campfire, as my great-aunt Ailes used to say.
For another time.
The time has come to find the missing Alliance leaders.
For another time. Tell me, where did you get those fine red pants? And the belt, too. That brass. You can just buy brass. He does pay you handsome. I'm sorry, is there a fourth novel? Retinue of Shambles. Well, this is going to be for another time. I'm just going to take these coins and run. What coins? No coins? Nothing, I didn't say anything. Right? Next up,
Seem to get ahead.
with all of that out of the way, and a brilliant set of stories of the most anti-hero hero that ever tried to not be an anti-hero. Like, it's written sincerely, like they're the good guy. Such a baffling set of stories. It's not every day you read a story about Sherlock. Well, okay, hey. Taking inspiration from Sherlock Holmes. Maybe Sherlock Holmes would put berry punch in someone's drink. I don't know. Seems like something TV Sherlock Holmes would do with the Benedict Cumberbatch edition. He seemed eccentric enough to not really care about social boundaries, at least. Ratwood. How do we search for leads for scries in Gratwood? What is this? Dr. Archimber Duntain. Why? Oh, okay, bye. Met an old scholar near the Iliad ruins. He came to power a crystal from his research, but found the ruins forming with worm cultures. I managed to fill the gem at the Iliad well. I should return it to Archibald Duntain outside the ruins. That's as good a place as any, I think. It's not that far, Red Fur Trading Post. And we've got a quest down south we can turn in. We might hit CP level 300 for day's end. Am I out of tea? I am out. That's terrible. Out of tea. Streaming for 9. Up we go. Redwood is such a gorgeous place. Oh. It does have that ominous looming doom feel to it though, but it is such a gorgeous place. The trees speaking definitely adds to the looming glooming doom, but get used to it. After a while you don't even notice the fact that the trees just speak. Should bank that. Nice. Bobby Campbell, let's go. Thank you. Ah, it's pulverized. Pulverized is still fine. Technically sell some more. Hello, my good sir.
Oh, you return. And I can sense the alien energy you carry, so I don't even need to ask whether you were successful. I hope you caused plenty of trouble for the worm cultists.
Have your crystal at the very least.
Oh, thrilling. I can just imagine the heroics. I'm sorry. Most of the pleasures of old age are vicarious. At least I still have my research, which you've helped immensely, I must add. Thank you.
Thank you. Down we go. Southbound due for these guys. I don't need bananas. They... Oh, I do need runes. Yoink. Amounts of mundane runes and another Kuta. I will never say no to another Kuta stone. Good money. Although, I will hopefully be crafting my own gold enchantments soon. I actually have a set that at my eyes... I've got a set I want to grind for. The set I want. Caravan horse? Raider? Now I know what set I want. I can actually start looking for it. Hopefully I might be able to craft my own set. Perhaps. Although I'm going to need the right ingredients and... We'll work towards it though. As far as finding leads for a scry, as there anything in particular we have to do to get a lead for a scribe? We should bank and scrap our gear too. Keep holding on to it. Hello. I believe that's mine. Thank you. I believe that's mine too.
Burn out! Aid me!
Sometimes, I mean especially on AU, sometimes the inputs really do seem to lag though. There is a mundane rune. Nice. Further south. Chest. Don't mind us, don't mind me. You could have lived if you just didn't mind that I was there stealing your stuff. There's death. Oh come on, that was basically at the bottom. Ooh. Stormhaven? Don't know it. I really should pay more attention at the random stuff I get. Oh. Raven's making funny noises over there. What questline is this? Bring the journal to Morimat. I found a journal in a bandit camp detailed the murder of an orc chieftain's 2 wives. Also mentioned a 3rd wife named Morimat who lives in a place called Barkbite. I should find her and give her the journal.
Well,
Guess we're going on an adventure. There's no way I just hand the journal over and call it a day, surely.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you. Is there something you need?
I believe this belongs to you.
What? Me? Let me see that. Malakath's Orichalcum spear? The fire was no accident?
Brilliant, deleted it. What fire?
Both were known to drink heavily. We thought they had been careless with a lantern. The chief's wives had a reputation for scheming. I tried not to believe it, but to see it on the page...
Again? What fire?
The loss of my husband's other wives is a recent tragedy. It does our village no good to drag their names through the mud. Please, tell no one what you found. I'll inform my husband eventually, when he's ready.
Oh, there you go. No adventure. Nice. Easy, simple quest. A lucrative scheme. I may have forgotten what that was about. Those orcs are 2 of a kind. Get this. Each hired me to kill the other. So I took that gold, poisoned them both, and set their lodge on fire to make it look accidental. I guess this is the journal. Never killed an orc chief's wife before. Today I killed 2. Saw Morimat in Redfur trading post today. She's the Barkbite chief's 3rd wife. I dropped hints she's in charge because of me, but nothing stuck. She doesn't have a foul bone in her body. Felt wrong to push her, so I wished her a good day. Must be getting soft. Oh, that must be the journal we brought her. Look at that. 2 quests down in a single go.
On top of it all, here you are.
I
You're
still
no bandit.
don't.
Not like the others, at least.
I still don't know how to get a scrying lead, though. Do I... Skill level not higher though? Of course not. Of course not. No, that's fine. Darn. I may have forgot my keybinds are reversed.
It is good to me.
Platinum necklace, Deathwind Harmony Superior. We have Triune.
Ah!
I agree. We have Triune. Necklace. No, we have... Where's the ring? My word. Oh, we can't take this until we... Okay, so we have to do the other craft first anyway. No choice, no ifs, buts, or maybes. Because we can only have one... Baron, what else do I have then?
Fear not, Feather.
What else do we have? Woodworking Wit, Eye to the Legion, Style Bloodforge, don't have the style, Elder Argonian, Set, Twiceborn Star. Do we not have Elder Argonian for the Ash Inferno Star? Ash Inferno Stacks of Zen, Ethereal Ascension. I don't think we have enough traits researched for. Style Outlaw. Elder Argonian Stacks of Zen. We should have those. We don't have Ancient Orc. The Peak. Oh. That's online. We'll use the Disenchanter while we're there. We'll check we don't have any more of those sets we're looking for, and then I'm gonna have to figure out how to actually get sets. I suppose I'll have to set a day aside to properly grind through specific dungeons with a pre-made. I might put the ad up in, I'll put an ad up in Unicorn Brigade for next week, I think. Or I'll just talk to my, like, tiny pre-made. Oh, pre-made. There are some people I know will be up for it. I'll advertise in the guild anyway, just to get the other 1 or 2 people we need. Alright. So... let's have a look. Current ruler request is somewhere down here. There it is. Highlighted. Lovely. That's a wind. We need a necklace. Set necklace, platinum. But we don't have the trait, do we? Harmony. We have 3 of them. We do not have the research. 11 more days. It's half done. Look at that. We're researching Harmony for the ring. Oh. Right, well, while we're here, got some research that we can put in. Never mind, we do not have anything we can research. Woodworking has been the biggest pain. Blacksmithing, you're hard-pressed not to have something churning over at any one point. 3 boots, look at that. Let's get infused. Training, actually, why not? We've got training here as well. Training, researchable, but that's it, right? Clothing. 3 out of 3. 11 hours! I can log that one tomorrow. 11 hours? 11 hours. Oh, gorgeous. That'll be done by tomorrow. The jewelry crafting is 11 days. The woodworking, we just have 2 free slots that we can't put anything up for. Nernhone is the last I have for the Inferno staff. Which would be good, because I have a ton of woodworking stuff for the Inferno staff. If we go... Inferno staff... What did it need? I don't know, and I can't bring out Baron over here. I need to go over to the banker. Just take these out. We put them back in it. The jewelry can go back. We have the clothier writs. These are going to be a problem. I am not going to have enough materials to make gold gear, I don't think. I am so glad that majority of my jewelry stuff is blue tier, but even then, I am almost certain we do not have the upgrade materials for that. I don't even have enough to do with green. I have... Look, one... Okay, let's get one of these. Okay, 1 is 100% chance. That's nice. But what's green? 2 is 100% chance. So we can do 3. And then for the rare few that we actually have to get to purple, I don't even have enough zircon plating for a single upgrade. But... cross that bridge when we get to it. Yay! We need... have a look. Outlaw, no. Stacks of Zen, Ethereal Ascension. Too soon. Oh! Is the A down this end? I didn't realize it was reverse alphabetical. Dragon Guard, Ethereal Ascension, woodworking. So, Inferno Staff, research 2 more traits to unlock this. It's ticking over now. When's it done? 15 days. So we need the last one. We need a Nernhoned Inferno Staff. I might just buy one. I'll find out how much they cost and hopefully it's not too much. It needs to be... New Mimic Stone stuff? Is that worth it? I've got 15. Oh, I have a single outlaw, but I don't know the... Lalu has its own style. Lavani. You can make worm coat looking gear. Nice. Ebon Shadow. Don't have the materials. We can tick have items, right? And that only shows us stuff we have items for. if we go all the way to the end... What is that? What are these symbols? That's like a placeholder symbol. If breeze will, drowned mariner, preserving some water and great lead. That must be like old gear or something. Ascendant order is its own style, apparently. I already forgot what we're trying to make. Knights of Zen, right? Knights of Zen? Can this not be alphabetical? Stags of Zen! Style not learned. Elder Argonian, Bloodforge. Iceborne Star. Over here. It is. Iceborne Star. Creation. Iceborne Star requires a full unlock. Is it Stag's Zen? No, it's Ancient Argonian, which is this way, I think. Ancestral Nord. Ancestral Orc. Is ancient and ancestral separate? Maybe. Outer Argonian. We know it, we just need a thing. But we also need... Nernhoned is the last trait. I'm actually going to have to Google. No, I need Tamriel Trade Center up. I'll have a look if there's a Nernhoned one we can get. We don't need to make the I might even have to like ask. Tamriel Trade Center. I might ask a current master crafter just to make me something cheap and nasty to research. Nernhoned. All items, weapons. Two hands. Inferno staff, Nernhoned. Search. Inferno Staff of the Armor Master. We don't want anything like from a set. Just Maple Inferno Stave with Nernhoned, 31,000. Going to sort by price. The cheapest is 28, which is an exemplary Nernhoned staff. It's in Vivek City. Dark Shadow Trading, 4 hours ago. Should we give it a try? We've also got Glenumber and Daggerfall. Crafter's Delight for an extra 4k. Maple. I'll do it. I'll buy it. 28,000. Vivek City. Before we head off though, we have some things to get rid of in our storage.
Got plenty.
This can go. I don't think we have any other items. Everything that can be researched is staying. Ryan's amulet. Max magic. Magic and recovery. Weapon spot out. Okay, we don't technically. These aren't part of a set. Lame. Ring of agility we probably don't need. Stamina recovery, arcane, agility set. Endurance don't need. Islander's Show, max high IR set. Magicka, recovery, magicka. When you are healed in combat, increase weapon. Does work, like that's not negligible. Max health, stamina, magicka, and crit resistance. I don't think, no, I mean, high IO does work as a set, but I don't think we're gonna. Anu, magicka recovery. Recovery, max. When you resurrect an ally while in combat, both you and your ally gain major heroism for 15 seconds, granting 3 ultimate. Not really something. The stats would look good though. Doom is an extra 3k max magicka. IO glow. Furious of the Undaunted Bastion. Ancestor Silk Shoes of Health is not part of a set. The Hanu stuff. Ideally, if I'm doing my job, I never need to resurrect someone. Gaining ultimate for resurrecting should not be something you plan to do. Everyone should stay alive. You should keep them alive. And therefore you would never need Hanu's set. Current logic. Confirm. E. Confirm. D. Everything that is left can be researched and will be held until that point. So what, right? What did I just say I needed to do? I just said I needed to do something. I've forgotten? How have I forgotten what I needed to do? Alright, we're gonna go to the bank. We're gonna throw all our stuff in the bank. Is there anything here? Crafting motive? That? Tons of potions. I need to get rid of all of those. Recipe already known. This can go away. How can our binding? Bank it. Spell. Oh, skill cooler maces. Merchant, yes. I would like to sell. That's all fine. These are all things I can use and should use. We have nasty, lame stuff. Sold all my bread. Oh well. Hope we didn't need all that bread. That's fine. 2 unique dishes, 51 Parmesan pork. Millet soup. We have our special chicken breast that we're keeping for some reason. Alright, next up. Is this worth money? 9? You know what? Deal. Gets it out of my hands. 150. Anything below 150, I am scrapping. Ravage health can also go. Essence of spell power. Will I keep that? Stamina, stamina, invisibility. Solution of invisibility keeping. Then we have roguish stealth drought. Level 34 can just go. These have different... Ah! Roguish escape, roguish stealth. There you go. And we have poisons. Drain stamina. Stamina. I probably shouldn't be selling these because I'm gonna get a random quest to make more than the next day. Hindering poison could probably go. Brain health poison 9. Sad to see it go, but it if we have less than a stack of 100, I really want to be bottling with it. Down to 70 out of 70. 100 slots in the inventory free. Have some Kuta stones we can sell. What are we using? There's a fair amount of consumables even after we got rid of everything. A lot of it is food, but it's nice just to have that stuff. We do have this stuff too. Maybe I should be selling that. Well, there's the 1,000 septum treasure chest that I just have on me too. There. Plunder, root, pal hide, ectoplasm, and danger husk. There's a big clear out. Oh, those keys as well. I got them from the last event and never really paid attention to what they are meant to do. Just have... There we go. I think that's probably... I need to... Hey, just need to head off, I think. 2 PM. OBS is having another VC fit at me. So I'm gonna kick it properly. We're kicking it in the shins, telling it to go home. And I'm gonna cook myself some dinner because I don't know. I did message. Ooh, reply. It's whenever Tone wakes up. I'll be making dinner then and chilling. Let me know. There we go. Oh.
You could spare a coin. Please, I was once like you.
I have stuff to do, Uncle and Umbra. I mean, we have 30 days to try and find this scry in Elden route, so I think I'm gonna head back to Elden. No? For some reason. Why aren't I able to see it? There it is. Heat map mode keeps a lot of data. I don't know why I can't see my house. I don't know why there's no key for house. Travel, merchants, dungeons, other. Am I just not able to go home? I would like to go home, please. Right? Okay. Even the regular map doesn't show it. Fine, I'll travel south to my house. We'll deal with it next time around. Technically, anywhere up to 2 hours from now, I could be back with Minecraft, so I'm going to be going to get myself something to eat. And I might be returning sooner than expected. But RBS has once again shit the bed within 2 hours, so I'm going to kick it in the pants and squarely restart everything from scratch, so that if I do end up returning, it will be without these frame drop issues. But that is going to be it for me today. Let's open up. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Hang on. Vivek City, Dark Shadow Trading. Give me a hot minute. We were on a mission here. Vardenfell, Vivek City. It's not Vivek City. Vivek City, that's Balmora. Vivek City doesn't have a portal to it. Nieces. Rules of fabrication. Where are they hiding Vivek City? Oh. I don't have a portal. We'll have to jog. One final mission before we kick OBS in the pants again and I go make myself some. This may not be there. What's the backup? An east? Backup is Daggerfall, Crafter's Delight, and Glenumbra. I knew I had to Glenumbra for some reason.
Please, someone, we need help.
There's the way shrine. Oh. Next to one of the Silch Striders, thankfully. Silch Striders didn't have bowed legs like that, did they? I swear Silch Striders never had bowed feet like that before. We'll find out once we get to Morrowinds. I am messing about with Daggerfall Unity in an attempt to make sure I know what I'm getting into. Before I run too far, hang on, guild stores are down here. We're looking for Valinor traders, no. Dark Shadow Trading. You are? Need a weapon. Production stave. This one's a bit more pricey. Down we go. Banner Staff of Julianos. We need an unhoned. It was the exemplary non-honed Inferno Staff. I don't think there's anything else here. Can I just click? We need this one. Non-honed Inferno Staff. It's a little more pricey. But that's it. Then we can make all of our Inferno Staff crafts. That's the buy-in price. Okay. Alright. Not that button. I'm so used to T for quick bar. Well,
your gold looks.
We have it. Look at that. Maple Inferno. Look. There we go. Adventure complete. Where were we off to? We don't need to go to Glenumber anymore, so back to Groutwood. We'll go south of our house. We'll travel right there. And we'll pray that when we come back tonight with Minecraft Bedrock Edition with Tone Dust and Sparkle, hopefully, fingers crossed, OBS actually behaves, because this has been abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. 3 hours before it craps the bed again. I mean, at the very least, its average is 9 before it craps the bed. But still, be nice to get a little bit more time before I have to kick it in the pen. Either way, that's everything I needed to do done. We're gonna go park ourselves in the house. You don't have a back door. This is a lie. I don't like this. You have a side door, to be fair. Ooh, Guatemala. One day I'll pronounce this mushroom's name properly. Until then, it'll remain an Entomala. Hello, lizard. I have my own lizard inside. Go say hello. Dratch. Lord, what does that translate to? I've actually forgot I named this place. Dratch? It's apostrophe, not hyphen. So it's Tiogra. But, okay, so how do I want to know what I called my house? Draesh and Tiogra. Hey, lizard. The lizard. Horse is doing its own thing. We hide an elk in the trees. Hey, Baron. Good sweet roll. Sack, chest, copper. We've got a KHAJIIT bench. If I use it, it faces out. We've got a sleeping bag, which we can't use, and a map. This place is... You know, I haven't finished moving in, but it's getting there. Saloon, level 12. Anyone up for 5-star and random? Fortune. I need to go prep. Oh, we've got the bedfish. The bedfish moved with us from High Isle. That's so nice of them. And our first crafting station, which we spent a bit of pretty penny on. I don't even know if I got a good deal for that. It was like 40,000. No. That was a goblet. This place will come into its own eventually. It'll be its own. Okay, apparently sit is an emote, not a button. Sit 3. No, I changed my mind. Sit 4. Hey, gorgeous. There we go. It'd be nice if the camera could accommodate a bit more to be centered, but I know I've got the camera set up like that, so I don't have to bother changing it, but it's so awkward. Look, camera, not a problem. I'm dropping frames, I need to get dinner, and we have Minecraft possibly in a couple of hours, so come what may, I will be back in at least 2 hours, maybe a little later, with Minecraft Bedrock, with Tone and Sparkle. Until then, we need to find someone we can raid out to. We got our Inferno staff, the Nerdhold. Now in 13 days we can research it and wait another 30 days. That's a whole month subscription. Ugh. That's a whole month? You just have to wait a whole month to research your final trait, or a weapon, or a piece of gear. This is fine. What grade ends up? Oh. I know exactly where we're going. Okay. We're heading out. We're heading out. We know exactly where we're going. I know where we're heading. Blue Wolves is playing Metal Hellsinger. We are about to find out right now if he's beat my run or not. Let's give it a go. I am absolutely willing to... Like, this game is brilliant. I love the game. But I'm going to make this quick because I may have a bit of delay after the stream cut off before. We have the paid emotes. We have the global emotes. For 100 channel points, you can get a gorgeous face and put whatever emote you like in the middle. And we're going to go over... Thank you everyone who's lurked. Thank you everyone who's come in and said hi. We're going to go over and say hello. It looks like he's got the hang of stuff. But we're about to find out how he went. I might lose $30 in this raid, but I'll see everyone in a couple of hours. And I'll see you over in Blue Wolf's chat until that moment.